if you've never seen the Gunman, journey with me today into this creative work of Mr. Sean Penn, directed by Pierre Morel, who brought us Taken, and the screenplay came from Don McPherson, Sean Penn himself, and Pete Travis, adapting Jean-Patrick Manchet's novel The Prone Gunman. Sean Penn stars as Jim Terrier, a former Special Forces soldier turned assassin working for a private military company in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The year is 2006, and Jim's mission is to eliminate the country's mining minister who's been causing problems for foreign corporations trying to exploit Congo's natural resources. After successfully completing this assassination, Jim flees the country, abandoning his humanitarian worker girlfriend Annie, played by Jasmine Trinka, without any explanation. Fast forward 8 years, and Jim has completely transformed his life. He's working as a humanitarian aid worker, helping to dig wells in rural African villages, trying to atone for his dark past, but the past never stays buried. Jim starts experiencing mysterious health issues, including severe headaches and memory problems, which we later learn are symptoms of brain damage caused by years of head trauma from his military and assassination work. The peaceful life Jim has built for himself comes crashing down when assassins track him to his village and attempt to kill him. During the attack, innocent civilians are caught in the crossfire, shattering Jim's carefully constructed world of redemption. Realizing that someone from his past wants him dead, Jim embarks on a globe-trotting mission to uncover who's hunting him and why. His investigation leads him back to Europe, where he reconnects with his former team members. There's Felix, played by Javier Bardem, and Barnes, portrayed by Ray Winstone. Jim discovers that Annie has married Felix, creating an awkward love triangle. As Jim digs deeper, he uncovers a conspiracy involving his former employer, the private military company that hired him for the Congo assassination. The company executives, fearing that Jim might expose their illegal operations, have put a price on his head. What follows is a series of increasing action sequences that take Jim from Barcelona to London to Gibraltar. The film tackles serious themes about corporate exploitation in Africa, the military-industrial complex, and the psychological toll of violence on soldiers, making a statement about Western intervention in African politics and moral consequences of America's foreign policy decisions. As Terrier digs deeper into the conspiracy, he discovers that the mining minister's assassination was part of a larger scheme involving massive corporate corruption. The mining rights that changed hands after the minister's death have generated enormous profits for certain individuals, and now these same people want to eliminate everyone who knows about their involvement in the original hit. What makes Terrier's situation even more desperate is his deteriorating health condition. The years of violence and head trauma have left him with a neurological disorder that causes severe symptoms including memory loss, coordination problems, and debilitating headaches. This medical condition not only makes him more vulnerable to his enemies, but also adds a ticking clock element to his quest for survival. The action escalates as Terrier travels from Congo to London and then to Spain, staying one step ahead of professional killers who seem to anticipate his every move. Each location brings new dangers and revelations about the conspiracy that's been years in the making. The London sequence particularly stands out as Terrier navigates the city's underground while being hunted by highly trained operatives. The Spanish portion of the film introduces us to Annie's current life with Felix, creating an emotionally charged reunion between former lovers. Annie finds herself caught between her past with Terrier and her present with Felix, while both men harbor deep secrets about their involvement in the Congo operation. The conspiracy reaches its climax when Terrier discovers that Felix has been working with the corporate interests behind the mining scheme. This betrayal cuts particularly deep because Felix was supposed to be one of Terrier's most trusted allies. The revelation transforms their personal conflict into a life-or-death confrontation that threatens everyone Terrier cares about. The film's final act takes place in a Spanish villa where all the main characters converge for a violent showdown. Terrier must use every skill from his assassin training while battling his deteriorating mental condition to protect Annie and expose the truth about the conspiracy. Throughout the film, we see Terrier struggling with memory loss, violent episodes, and an inability to connect with the woman he loves. His brain is deteriorating, and he knows it. The final confrontation isn't just about settling old scores, it's about a man choosing how his story ends while he still has control over that choice. When Terrier and Terence Cox engage in that brutal hand-to-hand combat sequence, every punch and every desperate move represents something deeper. Terrier isn't just fighting his enemy, he's fighting against his own mental decline, against the inevitability of losing himself completely. The genius of the ending lies in its ambiguity about what happens next. Sure, Terrier survives. The final shots of Terrier walking away with Annie aren't triumphant in a traditional sense. They're bittersweet because we understand that this man has won the battle, but the war against his own deteriorating mental state continues. What makes this ending particularly powerful is how it subverts our expectations. We came for a typical action movie resolution, but instead got a meditation on mortality, memory, and what it means to truly defeat your demons when some of those demons live inside your own head. The Gunman's ending works because it refuses to give us easy answers, forcing us to grapple with the same uncertainty that haunts its protagonist. Although when researching this making of this film, not many people know about it, and the box office numbers for other films out that year seem to do better. But this is number 3 on my top 10 all-time favorite movies because it reminds me of what we all go through. Betrayal from those we trust, walking away from good friends that we still care for, fighting the demons within ourselves while trying to escape the ugly truth of the pains in this world to get to a place of peace. Terrier had to leave, but when he circled back, he learned the truth, rediscovered the love of his life, and found his inner peace physically and mentally. If you have not seen this one, please give it a chance and take a watch then. Let me know in the comments how you liked it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next movie.